Hi, we've got the lovely, amazing Mary Costello Smith. I always struggle with the double barrel name, Mary, sorry. And we've known each other for many years now, haven't we? Our families have sort of grew up together.
Yeah.
So welcome to Wishing You Well.
Thank you very much for having me. It's really lovely to be here. This is my first ever podcast.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, strangely enough.
Oh, bless you. Well, I promise I'll go easy on you.
Thank you.
Absolutely fine. It's just a nice chat. But you're from a company called Home Instead.
Yes.
And as you know, the podcast support is like a digital arm, if you like,
for
the magazine. And you've been advertising and doing features with our magazine for quite a few years now.
Yeah, a couple of years now.
So we wanted to hear more about Home Instead. Hear about your journey, maybe of sort of working for them. Is it business development you do?
I'm head of business operations. So
that's right.
We have Home Instead is a franchise organisation, and we're a domiciliary care company. So Mike and Kath, who are our franchise owners, they bought the Wirral franchise back in 2006. Wow. They've been going for almost 19 years now. And then 4 years ago, they bought the Chester franchise. And then 2 years ago, they bought the Liverpool South franchise as well, and brought me in to do business development.
Yep.
Which I've been doing now for 2.5 years.
Have you only been there 2.5 years?
Yeah, I've only been here 2.5 years.
It seems like longer because you do so much.
Yeah, try and get out and about as much as possible. And that's where my job's really good, that I'm never just stuck in the office. I can get out and go because we try and do as much as we can in the community. We try and give as much back to the local community as possible. And we do that by doing singing cafés and companionship cafés and helping local organisations as well.
And I've seen you've just done, is it not Britain's Got Talent, was it a singing competition that you've just done within the business?
Oh no, one of our care professionals, he won Carers Got Talent.
That's it, I knew it was something like that.
Yeah, and he an Australian care professional, really, really lovely lad, and he can play the didgeridoo and play the guitar at the same time.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, very strange.
A weird combination, but
it's niche.
Yeah, very niche.
Yeah,
that's
very niche.
But
and he won out of all of the carers across the country.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, he got down to the finals and then won on the night. So it was really good.
You're quite inventive. So tell us a bit more about how do you stand out from different care organisations?
Yeah, we are very different to a lot of care companies. We really put the clients at the centre of everything that we do. We're really person-centred. So we believe that the client is obviously the most important person. We want to keep them staying at home for as long as possible safely. Yeah, and to put their mind at ease, but also their families to know that their mum or the dad or auntie and uncle are being looked after in the best possible way. So we don't do half-hour calls. We don't do 45-minute calls. We do the minimum that we will ever do is an hour.
Brilliant.
And that's so that our care professionals can have the be able to build that relationship with the client. So we try and keep the same care professionals with the same client so that they build up that relationship. So they're not seeing new faces every day. And when they run in, they get to know that person. And that really helps the client as well, because our care professionals know them and they know then if something's not quite right, and they can report that back to the office and we can take action. And if we're worried about them, we can get the family involved. That's the main thing that makes us different to other care companies. We specialise really as well with dementia care. We'd say about 70% of our clients live with dementia, and we ensure that all of our care professionals are trained in City and Guilds dementia training so that they've got the skills to be able to go into that person's home and help that person to live well with their dementia. Yeah. Because it's contrary to popular belief, people can live well with dementia if they're helped and supported. And we try to ensure that all of our care professionals are trained to be able to do that. And also, more importantly, sometimes just to give respite to their loved ones.
Absolutely.
So that they can focus on themselves for a while. We can go in and help look after their loved one while they can go out and have a coffee or go and get some shopping done, that sort of thing. The big thing on the Wirral and in Chester is we've got something that's called a razor chair. This is
not heard of that before.
a razor chair is a really, really good way that if somebody's had a fall and they end up on the floor, they can be waiting 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours for an ambulance, but actually they might be okay. We can get the razor chair to them and get them up safely. Once we've risk assessed them, we can get them up safely in a good way.
Is it?
It's a piece of equipment that you build around the person when they're on the floor, and it's hydraulics, and we'll get them from lying on the floor to standing in a nice, slow, controlled way. And then obviously it is risk assessed. If we think that they've hurt themselves at all, then we would call an ambulance at that point. But if they're fine, get them up. So one, it saves hospitalisation, which is so important, and means that they can stay at home.
And how do you think care is? I know you've only been in the role 2.5 years, but you've seen a lot. And how do you think that care is changing now? There's a big shift, isn't there, with the NHS and paid for care, and I think it's something that we are transitioning into.
We are transitioning, and it's really difficult that that it should be paid for, but we provide a quality service. But we can see the strain that the NHS is under, and it's about trying to keep people at home and get them home from hospital as well.
Absolutely, where they're comfortable and they're familiar.
Absolutely, and you're less infection risk at home. We have started a new project that's called Healthcare at Home, Healthcare at Home, and that's about training our carers to be able to do more for people at home. So catheter care, respiratory care, wound care. So things that maybe they might have had in hospital, we can actually do that for them at home. We have what's called a whiz-am box, which we call the blue box, and that allows us to do baseline observations on clients who may have come home from hospital, but they just need that little bit of extra care whilst they're at home. So we can take blood pressure monitors, we can take the temperature and spot anything that might be signs of infection or that their health isn't going the way that it should, and we can report that back to the doctors then, because we get a report off the box that we can then share with the doctors, and that helps to try and get them, keep them at home and stop that rehospitalisation, which is so important. Yeah, very much so.
And we were talking about dementia before, and you've got a very good care plan with your dementia nurses, as you were telling us before. And we were talking about maybe spotting signs of dementia. Yeah. You were talking about the signs that maybe people need to be aware of. Can you?
Yeah, it's really difficult because we get I do a lot in the community. We do a lot of dementia talks in the community and to organisations to educate people on what dementia is and how to spot the signs and help their loved ones to live well with dementia. And people always say, what are the signs? And I joked with you before, and I was like, actually, it's all very perimenopausal.
We're not quite there yet, though.
No. But we always say to people, if you think that you spot something with your loved one, or if you've noticed yourself that you're forgetting things all the time.
And when you're close to them, and like you were saying before, when your people are there and they get to know the client, they know because they see them every day.
Yeah. And we do a lot of work with a company in Chester that's called Bouncing Back, which is run by an amazing gentleman called Jim, and he's been living with dementia for 8 or 9 years now, and he runs all of these dementia groups in Chester. And his one piece of advice to people is keep a note of everything for at least 10 days. Yeah. So forgetting where you are, being confused about places that have always been familiar to you, but all of a sudden that's not right. We always say it's absolutely fine to forget where you've parked your car. Yeah. But it's when you've gone home without your car because you've forgotten that you've actually driven somewhere.
I've done that. Which level am I on? Where have I put my car again? I do that now.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's I always try and park in the same places. So I'm like,
thereabouts, so you can see it. Yeah.
Queen Park in Liverpool. I always go to 2B. Yeah. I always know I'm on 2B.
To be or not to
be.
That's
exactly why I remember. So I always try and park in the same places.
And I have a crazy board at home as well. They call it, we post-it notes so that, so reminders of everything.
But the thing is with dementia, especially with, with loved ones, they sometimes try to mask some of the signs
of course,
as well.
They're scared.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes their loved ones will help mask those signs. But actually,
because they're scared of addressing it as well.
Absolutely.
So it's, it's hard.
But there are things that can be done. The earlier you get a diagnosis, the more that can be done. So there are drugs that can start, that you can be started on. And the earlier you start, then that will help with those memories. And
have you got any with you today? I think I might need something.
yeah, just sleep.
Really
That's what we need.
Yeah.
We just need sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's things that can be done, and there is a lot of support out there, but nobody knows where to go for that support. And we do a lot of work with some GP surgeries in Chester, and we're starting on
very
the Wirral.
proactive. You are very proactive as a business.
People don't know. They don't know where to go and get that support. So we do in each of our areas something that's called a What's On Where guide that we get printed, because people prefer to have something physical in their hand, and that tells them where there's so many dementia cafes, dementia support groups that they can go to and tap in, and most of them are completely free of charge. So the Wirral's got Dementia Together, which is an amazing
I've done a bit of
group.
work with them.
They've got groups on all over the place, and every day of the week as well, apart from a Sunday. So even on a Saturday, about trying to get people out, because social isolation really exacerbates a lot of the dementia signs as well. So getting people, active, keeping them.
People, that's so important.
People do need people. And even, when you feel that you just don't want to speak to people, just getting out. The singing cafes.
Mindset,
Well, the singing cafes are just unbelievable. It's such a happy thing to be part of, because you see people come alive. I know that there's one in West Kirby where there's people who are living with dementia, but they go in and they know every word to every song, and they sing.
So where are these singing cafes?
The one in West Kirby is at the concourse.
Oh, right.
In the library.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so we get about 40 people going to that one now. We have one at St Luke's in Hoylake. Yeah. One at Birkenhead Library. There's one in Heswell Church, the big church. Port Sunlight.
And where can people find out what times and what dates they're on?
On our What's On Where guide.
Okay,
yeah, which you can pop into West Kirby, our West Kirby office, and we've got them printed there. But they're all online as well. Okay. So the singing cafes, we support them, but they're organised by usually the Heswell strummers, so the ukulele. So they turn up with their ukuleles, with their piano, and they just have a right good sing song. It's really good fun, but it gets people out. We provide tea and coffee and biscuits so they can have a chat afterwards. And it's about, as you say, it's about keeping them fit, keeping people healthy, and keeping people with other people, because it's a really important thing for them to do.
You are so active within the community. It's lovely to see.
That's testament to our franchise owners. They're passionate about putting back.
And to you with your business development.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's all about. In fairness, this morning my 2 community engagement officers are in Arrow Park Hospital. They've got a stand there, and we've been really lucky that the hospitals are great, because they're allowing us to go in and do dementia stands so that people can learn about dementia and find out where they can get that help as well. But yeah, it's a really good role, and I'm lucky to be part of it. And the reason I'm part of it is because I used home instead for my father-in-law. He'd gone in for a hip replacement. Myself and my husband worked full time, and it was really quick. When they went in, we didn't get much notice, so we were like, what are we going to do?
Of course, it's scary. It's scary times.
Yeah, because we were like, we both work full time. We can't give that care that you need to you. And Kath, who is the franchise owner, I've known for many years through running when I first met her. And I phoned her and said, Kath, what do? We need care for him. And she literally was like, leave it with us, 4 calls a day. And it was step up and step down care. So when he came out of hospital, he was having 4 calls a day. And then within 10 days, that had dropped down to 2 calls a day. And then he just really enjoyed the company of the care professionals. So he then continued to have them go in a couple of times a week, and just continued. And then when his health started to decline again, they stepped in.
That up.
Yeah. And I just thought it's just an amazing company to be part of. And the care that they show to their care professionals, we don't just take anybody on. We want people who are caring and compassionate, because we want them to deliver the outstanding care that we believe that everybody should have. And that's where we're lucky. It's not lucky, it's cattle kill me for that. It's not luck, it's hard work that we're the only outstanding
experience.
But CQC, we're the only outstanding care company, or domiciliary care company on the Wirral, first and only. So that's testament to the work that the care professionals put in, their outstanding work that they do.
And you feel like, I've been into a few of your offices. I think I came in one Christmas and you were making bags for the communities.
Well, that's what we've just started that
I
again.
You started now because I've seen the work that goes into it. But there's always such a beautiful atmosphere when I come into any of your any of your premises, and everybody's so lovely, and you can feel that. But even like I see you so active out and about in the community, but making those bags and the work that goes into them.
That's Be a Santa. That's just kicking off again now. And that's where we put out Christmas trees in local businesses, so Car Farm, Burley Dam, and various other places. And we ask people to donate presents for older people who are going to be alone at Christmas. Last year we gave out close to 1,000 gifts on the Wirral, 500 in Liverpool.
I've seen the bags.
Yeah, it never stopped.
Yeah,
but we were able to give to the to the hospitals as well for Christmas Day, for those people who would be in hospital
that's
on their own on Christmas Day. And that's, yes, there's a lot of work goes into the back of that, but that's down to the generosity of local people who donate those gifts.
So if we're going to talk to the local people now, where can they drop those gifts off? How do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can either drop them off to our West Kirby office or our Prenton office, or in Liverpool, our Liverpool office and Chester, or in Chester, all of the local leisure centres are all taking part in it. So Ellesmere Port Village, Neston Community Centre, the Neston Leisure Centre, Northgate Arena, they're all taking part. They can be dropped off there. In the Wirral, it's Car Farm and Burley Dam are the two main places.
I'll drop one into the office. Know where you are.
Yeah, you know where I live.
Know where you live, know where you work. Sounds a bit.
Yeah, it does.
That's nice. And is there a cut-off date that people have got to stop, or when do they go out?
They usually go out from the second week of December. Yeah. So that's why we start collecting in now, so that we can, as I say, logistically, it's a lot goes into the background of that. So we start bringing them in. The only thing is we ask that there's no, we don't want donations of alcohol, anything like that. But, scarves and slippers and puzzles, because that's so important to help keep people's minds active. And lots of sweets and biscuits that we gave out last year. But it's such a lovely thing to do. And it's so lovely. We know that there's so many people who are alone at Christmas, and to be able to give something back is really
and you
nice.
Notice that isolation at Christmas more, don't you? So it's just those little things, those little gifts, those little moments of time, that
it just lets people know that people are really thinking about them. And we, as I say, we launched it in Liverpool and Chester for the first time last year. We were absolutely astounded by how quickly it took off and how generous people were. So it's really nice.
Oh, it's fantastic. Is there anything else that you want to mention? Is there anything that I have missed that there's something you want to talk about? Is there anything else?
No, I think we've more or less covered it. Yeah, I think so. It's just, as you say, it's just about trying to keep people in their own homes where their memories are, but keep them safe and keep them there as long as possible with all of those memories is just at the core of everything that we do.
And there's just one thing, and I think I probably know what you're going to say now because we've been talking about running. Is there what I always ask people at the end of the show? Is there a well-being tip is there anything that you can do? What's your well-being advice or tip for anybody out there?
I think we touched on it. Mine is trying to keep fit and active, but actually, I think it's keeping socially active. Yeah, especially for men, because they don't like women to go out, don't they? And women support each other.
Our cup of teas, and
absolutely.
But men, I think they're getting better, but we're still not 100%.
But it's just about going out. There's lots and lots of things that are going on in the local community, which again is in our What's On Where guides. That is so important for people just to get out, and even the health walk. So there's health walks from West Kirby as well, and it's for all abilities. Yeah. And they have a cup of coffee afterwards and a chat, and they just walk and talk And it's so important.
It is. It's that interaction. It's so, but like we said before, people need people.
People, yeah, absolutely. They really do.
And we're from Hoylake. We know that's such a community spirit in Hoylake.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
But, you know, we grew up with that.
We did grow up with that.
We don't see it as much now, but yeah.
No.
Oh, it's been lovely seeing you
thanks,
again.
Laura.
And I could chat with you all afternoon. I really, really could. But thank you very much.
No, thank you very much for having me in.
Cheers.
Thank you.